on, this is stupid. We know how to ride. Did we? Most of the accidents are happens with experienced riders, or at least with some experience. I'll tell you why, and at the end of the video I will give you 7 tips how to riding in the city. Stay with me. Okay, let's see. Experienced rider. What does it mean? If you have a driver license from 20 years, is this make you experienced rider? But some people, for example sailors, are away for about 6 or 8 months per year, which is mean that they don't really have enough time to riding their motorcycles. When they come back, they usually need to take care about so many things, and the last option is to ride their motorcycles. Believe me, I have some close friends. Another one group is people with full-time job from 10 to 6 with one free day, Sunday. It is the same story. They don't really have enough time to riding their motorcycles. On Sunday they usually need to go out with the family and to do so many things, to watching TV and so on and so on. So couple of hours per week are not enough. It doesn't matter what it is. Bicycle, motorcycle, car or bus or truck, it doesn't matter. They don't have enough time. Another one type. Fast riders. You can see them riding around the city with 200 km per hour, make these famous curves and outstanding overtakes on about 1 inch from the cars. I have to confess and to tell you that I was exactly the same when I was 20 years old. I was riding without any gear, without helmet, without jacket, without pants, just a simple shorts and t-shirt. And my t-shirt was waving behind me like a flag. I was thinking that I control the situation and I can do almost anything without being hurt. A friend of mine said that I am a donor of organs. Now I realized I was just a lucky guy, but many are not. If you visit some of the local bikers bars or clubs, you'll be surprised to see how many young people are gone for nothing. What else? Let's see, maybe the dirt riders. Do they have enough experience? They can control their bikes with no traction and make these outstanding jumps and fly into the air without any sense of gravity. Yes, that's correct, but don't forget, they do it with a very light bikes and in the controlled environment. Also, they always got a nice protection gear and they do it just for a couple of hours. On the streets, they will need much more than just to controlling the bike. There will be cars, there will be traffic, there will be people and many more destructive things, so they need to learn a lot if they need to be ready and good on the street riding. Of course, the base they have will help a lot, but it's not everything. By the way, starting with the dirt bike is the best you can do. Once you learn how to control the bike on the dirt, it will be so much easier when you go on the street. Some guys will say that experienced rider will have many crashes. Really? So they want to tell me that a rider with 20 crashes and 10 kilograms of metal plates around his body is better than a rider with 1,000 of kilometers under his belt without any accidents? I will say that the first rider should have stopped riding many years ago. It is the same like a gangster with 20 years of prison to teach us how to be a good in the crime. Another one group, stunt riders, they are the best. Yes, correct. They are the best to making stunts. It doesn't mean they are the best on the street riding. So how we have to ride in the city? How to learn to stay alive? I will use a famous phrase which is, to become a clever man, first you have to become an old man. What I'm basically trying to tell you is the experience coming from practice. More practice, better experience, which is mean that you can't do it for a short period of time. Situations on the road and off-road are so many that our entire life will not be enough to experience them all. With this, I don't want to tell you that because I run this channel, I am the most experienced rider of the world. No, absolutely not. We all are learning. Every time when you ride your motorcycle, you learn something new. Exactly the same way you learn how to read, write, calculate, speak your or foreigner languages. It is all a matter of repeating. More you repeating, faster you remember it, and at the end it became like a second nature. I will use another one famous phrase. We're learning our entire life and when the fat lady sings, we already learned everything. Sometimes I am very bored philosopher. Sorry about it. It is time to give you some advices, and I really hope they will help you to improve your riding style in the city and will keep you safe for many years. Keep watching. Number 1. Speed. Speed limits in the city is usually 50 kilometers or 30 miles. If you don't have a really good reason to ride faster, please don't do it. When you're riding in the city, the danger is from everywhere. Maybe a big truck who missed the stop line, or a small kid running behind his ball, or the old lady trying to go around the street. So you have to be ready to stop at any moment. When you're riding with 50 kilometers per hour, you need 9 meters for reaction and 14 meters for actual stop. So altogether 23 meters to stop. When you're riding with 80 kilometers per hour, you'll need 15 meters for reaction and 38 meters to stop. Altogether 53 meters to stop. You can imagine how much you will need when you're riding with 100 or 200 kilometers per hour around the city. It will be almost impossible to stop if something peaks in last moment. Number 2. Distance. From the numbers I just gave you, it's supposed to be clear that more distance is better. You increase your chances to react and stop on time. Anyway, it doesn't mean that if you're riding on 2 meters distance from the car in front of you, you'll get to the point you want faster. It is only mean that if the car in front of you stops immediately, you'll see the back number from the close distance. And I don't think that I have to remember you the physics law that when the two objects collide, usually the smaller absorbs the energy of the bigger. In most of the street accidents, the motorcycle is the small object. Number 3. Position. Many people will advise you when you're riding behind the cars to stand on the left side or right side, not in the center, to be visible in the mirrors. Left or right would be very confusing for people from UK, for example, when they have a right steering. I would say always ride to the best visible position. And remember, for the most of the drivers on the road, you are invisible. Ride as invisible. When you're changing your position, never make it before you're 100% sure that all the riders around you already saw you. Even when you're with right away. Right away means nothing when somebody take it. It is just a rule which will help you with insurance policy, but not with your life. Number 4. Control levers. It is not a problem to ride your motorcycle with just few fingers. Use the rest to help you in the case of emergency. Always keep one finger on the front brake. Now you'll say, no, I can move my finger very fast. No, it is not that fast. Every single second or part of the second or 100th of the second, it's count in the case of emergency. 2 fingers on the clutch, ready to press and release if necessary. Adjust the levers properly. Not too low, not too high. They need to be on the right position because you will hold it most of the time. One more, very important. Brake pedal. Adjust it properly. If it's too high, every time when you need to press it, you have to lift your leg and then press it. Also, when it's too high, when you're riding, you can press it accidentally. If it's too low, you can miss it sometimes. So it's very important to be on the right position for street riding. Number 5. Riding in the traffic. One of the reasons to choose a motorcycle to riding in the city is to avoid the traffic problems. I'm not going to tell you to stop to doing it, but you have to know a few things about it. When you're moving between the cars, do it slowly. When the drivers and the passengers sitting in the cars for too long, in the traffic for example, they not expect that somebody around them is moving. So they usually forget that and they open the doors on the left or right very fast without any expectation of somebody like you. If possible, do it from the left side. At least the driver has a mirror and maybe he will watch it before he opens the door. If necessary, horn to prevent this from happening. Please do not think that because your exhaust is so loud, everybody already heard you. Maybe, but not for the 15 years old teen with the headphones on. Don't press the people if they won't let you to go. Some drivers are very nice and they will even make you a space to pass it easy, but some are morons. Or some old ladies, they don't know what they have to do. So don't do it please. When you have enough time, when you have a proper gap, you can overtake it. When you're riding between the cars, hold your foot on the pegs. There is a few reasons to do it. Number 1. You can use the rear brake if necessary. Number 2. Better control of the bike. You hold the tank with your knees and this gives you more stability. Number 3 is the one most of the riders miss it. When you're helping with your legs, what you're actually doing, you slightly moving your handlebars from left to right and you cannot hold a straight line. This will increase the chances to scratch somebody's car or to make more serious accident. If you don't believe me, you can try it on the car parking. Once with the foot on the pegs and once the foot on the ground, and you'll see the results. If for any reason you can't do it, you can't ride with your foot on the pegs, learn how to do it or wait in the traffic. Number 6. Overtake. Choose a proper speed to do it. Not too fast, not too slow. Too fast, the driver in the car might not be ready for you. Too slow, he might forget that you're there. In both cases, you have to stay in the blind spot as less as possible. If you don't know anything about blind spot, just read it in Google. Number 7. Never ride your motorcycle without a gear. It doesn't matter how long or where you're going to ride, always put your gear on. I should have told you this at the beginning, but I leave it for the last because I hope you'll remember it better. The accidents are never happens when we expect. Even a simple Chinese motorcycle jacket will protect you more than expensive Gucci or Versace t-shirt. Simple helmet protect more than New York Yankees hat. You can buy new riding pants, but you cannot buy a new skin for your ass. You will look much better in the motorcycle boots than in the plaster and crutches. Any gloves protect better than the most beautiful air. And my last words will be: never ride faster than your guardian angel can fly. Thank you very much for watching and don't forget to subscribe for a new video every week. Ride safe. Ciao.